Uthulani uyayigumede iningi lenu belazi ngoJuly umuntu ngihamba nezinye impongo ezu3 so su4 saya eRwanda for the first time. So namhlanje ke bengifuna ukuxoxa kabanzi kodwa ngizobe ngifocuse kwi-perspective yami izinto engayifunda kakhulu eRwanda. Engicabanga ukuthi wonke umuntu ozobuka le video by the time ngiyiqeda uzobe sene-understanding ezinto ey'ningi engayibona eRwanda. Kodwa-ke ngikhuluma ngeperspective yami. So sihamba-ke ngesonto lokugcina sisuka la siya eRwanda. IRwanda-ke ise-East Africa, you know. Enye indawo ebalulekile. Before ngichaze kakhulu ngeRwanda-ke, ngicabanga ukuthi kubalulekile ukuthi ngike ngithi ukuchaza iy'ndawo esake ngaba kuzo ngokwamazwe, so that uma ngikhuluma abantu bezoba ne-perspective. Ngike ngaba seMozambique, ngike ngaba seZimbabwe, ngike ngaba eLesotho, ngibile eKenya a couple of times eKenya, ngaba eMauritius, ngaba ko-Rodrigues, makazi-ke iliphi elinye izwe ngizobe sengiyalikhohlwa. So ukuba kwami kulamazwe nginothisa izinto ey'ningi. Okay, ngibile kancane naseCongo. Ngizochaza kabanzi-ke kule video ukuthi eCongo ngibe kanjani. But sengibile kuwo wonke lamazwe bafethu. I think one of the first things ebalulekile ngifuna ukuyisho, Rwanda is beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Like I've said, I've visited different countries, but for me personally, I think Rwanda is amazing, you know. Guys, maningakaze niye eRwanda, ngicela ngempela nenze imizamo ukuthi niye eRwanda. Okunye angeke ngikwazi ukuchaza ngenxa ukuthi ke ngishare from perspective yami and bengihambe negenge. So angifuni ukubakhulumela, konke ngizobe ngikukhuluma la izinto ezimayelana nami njengoyeyeye, izinto engayibona ezazingihlaba umxhwele. Kukhona-ke lapha nalapha la ngizokusho khona-ke bengibona ngathi izinto azihambanga kahle. Okay. Before ngiye eRwanda-ke ngitshena abafowethu la abanye sikhonza nabo. Abanye baphuma khona e-East Africa, abanye baphuma koCongo, abanye baphuma eKenya. There's a challenge-ke bafethu engeke ngifihle ngeRwanda. Abantu abaningi abayithanda iRwanda, kakhulukazi abantu baseCongo nabaseKenya, bakholela ukuthi iRwanda inhle ngenxa yokuthi yaba-exploiter. So ngenxa yalonto bahleze nje banokunomdonsiswano, you know. So ngiyakhumbula-ke few days before ngiye eRwanda ngihlangana nelinye iqhawe laseCongo, ngihlangana nalo nje la ePMB ePietermaritzburg, you know. So ngiya kulona nje ngiyalitshena ukuthi hey ntanga ngisaya eRwanda ngesonto elizayo. Hey, yajuluka yamanzi insizwa, idiniwe, isho ukuthi indoda, I'm glad you are going there. Hamba uyobona izinto, kodwa laba bantu konke abanakho banakho ngenxa yethu ukuthi bayas-exploit, you know. Guy was fuming and he explained himself why, but you know, he was not happy obviously, but he was happy for me that I was going there to visit the country. So all went well. Then I told him ukuthi obviously, he even told me ukuthi pay attention to ABC ukuze ubone ukuthi abantu balaphana kanjani kanjani. So ngaya-ke ngilindele ukuthi ngizoyibona lezo zinto. Most of the things ayizisho angiyibonanga, you know. Ubesho izinto zokuthi abantu balapha bayamsaba umholi wakhona, izinto ezinjengalezo ukuthi bayamsaba umholi, so abayikho free, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I think ngiya eZimbabwe, ngaya eZimbabwe, I think it must have been maybe 5 years ago. Ngiya eZimbabwe, ngaya endaweni ekuthiwa ngiyalikhohlwa igama, but into engayinothisa ubaba wayesewupresident ubaba uMugabe, you know. Ngangiqala ukuba sendaweni abantu ababesaba khona umuntu kanjeya, like people bebengathembani ngisho bona ukuthi, you know, mangikhuluma ngopresident ngikhuluma into engeyinhle kuzokwenzakalani. So untanga-ke ngiye eRwanda wayengitshena ukuthi angikade izinto ezinjengalezo, but ngithe mangifika eRwanda angikubonanga lokho. I'm not gonna lie. Now let me take you through, guys-ke i-trip ibhanoyi-ke lizosuka kephi eJohannesburg ngobani ngo-3 ekuseni, i-flight 5 hours, you know. So sifike siyachila-ke laphana eGoli nabangani bami, so-4 nalezi impongo lezi zu-3 4 ngami. Sifike siyachila-ke eGoli, lovely time, siyachila silindele ukundiza ngobani ngo-3 sesiya eRwanda 4 hours, you know. Masingena ebhanoyini I think ibalulekile-ke le masingena nje ebhanoyini uma ngithi ngiyabuka indiza lana iphushwa abantu abawu-2 abamnyama ama-pilot awu-2 amnyama ingihlaba umxhwele-ke loo nto no ngiyakhumbula elinye iqhawe lelumlungu lalingitshena something ukuthi lalisho ngendlela e-right yabo kodwa wayesho nje ukuthi first time bendiza khona ko-East Africa babona amabhanoyi endiziswa abantu abamnyama baba nalokho kuchallenge-eka ukuthi sizokwazi nje ngempela yabo because of i-conditioning ukuthi abantu abamnyama musibafake kwe-pilot ungabe uphephile yini yabo izinto lezi engajwayelekile sengidize kaningi la eSouth Africa bafethu ngiya ko-Joburg ngiya ko lento lena ngiya ko-Cape Town yabo angikhumbuli nje ngiba sebhanoyini elale nabantu abamnyama bobabili angikhumbuli futhi la ukuthi mhlawumbe i-co-pilot imnyama angisho ukuthi ngiyawazi ukuthi bakhona abantu abamnyama abashayela amabhanoyi but lokho nje kukodwa kwangihlaba umxhwele ukuthi nje njengoba ngiya eRwanda ibhanoyi lishayelwa abantu abawu-2 abamnyama and sasihamba ngelento ngamabhanoyi akhona-ke eRwanda sasikhatheleke thina mfethu because we've been trying to kill time eJoburg from I think we got there ngabo 9 or yeah we got there around 9 so we had to kill time ukuze sindize ngo-3 and then-ke masifika-ke eRwanda mina-ke ngithe ngifika nje ebhanoyini angihlalanga ngisho 5 minutes because ngiyakhumbula nje lathi ibhanoyi lisakwi-runway avesane ngalala and mina ngisiyeke mfethu umuntu olala ey'ntweni ey'hambayo angilala emotweni angilala esitimeleni angilala ebhanoyini kodwa the day nje ngathi uma ngifika ungazathi kwaba khona into nje yathi indodana uphephile lana ngoba leli bhanoyi lishayelwa abantu abamnyama ngathi nje ngifika nje ngempela yabo ibhanoyi lisahlehla lisafuna ukungena kwi-runway ngavesane ngabhuqa ubuthongo 2 hours ngiphaphama ngabobani ngiphaphama ngabo 5 angithi ibhanoyi lethi lalisuke ngo-3 ngiphaphama ngabo 5 yabo hayi ngithi ukuchila kancane for 30 minutes phinde ngilale for about an hour then I was up for 30 minutes wokugcina lehleke ibhanoyi eKigali beautiful airport incane-ke kodwa yabo mubuka iKing Shaka inkulu kunayo ayinkulu ilento lena i-airport yabo but nje everything is beautiful semasifika-ke sesiya ngaphakathi lana e-airport sekufana sishaya ama-passport nayo yonke loo nto leyo ibalulekile-ke le nto bangikhuluma nge-trip yethu yaseRwanda ngibe ngokuqala-ke mangifika kwi-counter laphana banika i-passport nayo yonke loo nto ngilindele nokuthi bazofuna no-yellow fever and what not no angisiza lo ngala eceleni kwethu mfethu kuney'ngamla eziwu-4 nazo ziyasizwa kanye zisizwa kwi-counter yabo lapha nabo bayangena njengathi kwi-counter yabo basizwa umuntu oyedwa bewu-4 ubasiza kanye shuthi enye-ke inkonjane lezi engihamba nazo angithi bengihamba nenkonjane eziwu-3 siwu-4 sivakashela umngane wethu esasifunda naye UKZN so inkonjane eyodwa-ke la kulezi engihamba nayo bese iyangijoyina kuleli windi leli shuthi nayo ifuna phela ukuthi sizwe nami avesanathi lo sisi lona ayi one person at a time yabo hawu kube nokudideka-ke ukuthi the mzunguzi ngalana okay umzunguzi igama lakhona-ke eRwanda lelisho umlungu the mzunguzi that person next to us is helping 4 mzunguzi but this person is trying to join me here and then this friend of mine is trying to join me here and bamtshena ukuthi no one person at the time there was a clash lapho I think while I'm at that point we had a lovely stay in Rwanda but I did notice ukuthi the mzungus at the airport, let me say at the airport, because we didn't experience that when we were inside the country. But when we got there, the Mzungus were being treated differently. When we were checking out, the same thing happened, Gimina. There were 2 Mzungus in front of me. They didn't spend even 30 seconds at Tafuleni, basizwa njengokushesha. Mase ngifika mina, sesibuyela back in South Africa. This lady now, all of a sudden, she's got 10 questions for me. And then definitely I'm not gonna lie. Those who know me, they know Guti, I don't lose it with ease. I'm that calm somebody, but I lost it because immediately I remember that when we got here, You guys could not serve us with ease, but you could easily help the Mzungus. There were four at the counter at the same time. So zonke lezi zinto-ke azingiphathanga kahle. I'm not saying ukuthi Rwanda is like that. That was just the experience that me and my friends got. But other than that, everything is beautiful. In Zulu, in isiZulu, we say aliko isoka elingenasici. Ask around what that means. Aliko isoka elingenasici. That was the only thing for me that I really felt. The guys at the airport can really improve with ease. Other than that, siyafika airport, and then our friend is waiting for us. I don't know how many years we last seen this guy. Our best buddy. This guy, behlala nathi res, and this guy Puma from Rwanda. Within 6 months or so, this guy besekwazi ukukhuluma isiZulu mfethu. So I don't want to keep mentioning his name just out of respect, because I didn't tell him as well that I was going to do this review of our trip. So just because of that, I'm not going to mention his name, but he is the lovely guy. So we've got our bags, obviously, and stuff, big bags, because we're going to be staying the whole week. So when we get there, this guy is driving a bakkie, and then a double cab. So so he takes our bags and he put them at the back of a bakkie. Us coming from South Africa, and then siyaqala manje sibe comfortable ukuthi ngamlane, what kind now, what cooking now, why are you putting our bags at the back? Are they safe? He's like, no, guys. And then he laughs because obviously he understands. He's got a South African experience, So he's like, no, bruh, guys, relax. Nobody's going to touch your bags, And then we start driving around. There are two things that I knew about the Kigali before I even got there. Was that Kigali is the cleanest city in Africa. Firstly, that was the thing. Another thing, obviously, was this thing of the genocide, which I'm going to talk more about. But, so those are the two things that I knew of. I had done my research, and so we get there. From the airport, we drive, sidlule emadolobheni, sidlula kuma-suburbs, sidlula emalokishini, size sizofika la besiya khona. We drove for 40 minutes or so. I don't remember very well. Let's say 30 minutes. Let's say 40 minutes. We drove for about 40 minutes from the airport using different routes. Not like there was a highway that he just took us through. No, we drove, sadlule emadolobheni, sadlule kuma-suburbs, sadlule elokishini, sadlule emzini yabantu. Not even once I was like paying attention, because, not even once did we see a paper on the ground. Not even once. Safika hotela, ebesihlala kulo, sashiya my bags. It's clean everywhere. Guys, I don't know how to explain this. I'm talking about Rwanda. It's clean everywhere, And for me, that was the most interesting thing I experienced as Rwanda. Clean, guys. Mangithi clean. I don't know. Okay, enough about guys. Clean eRwanda. Mangithi clean ngisho ukuthi angeke uzulithole iphepha liphansi. Ngeke uze ulithole iphepha liphansi. Clean, guys, Another thing that amazed me about Rwanda was that Kigali specifically, because that's where we spend most of our time. We spent 4 days at Kigali, then we went to the other side of Kigali. When we were there, guys, not even one pothole. We were like all over the place. Guys, we were on holiday. It was not like we were there on business. We were on holiday. So we could easily drive around and try different places. Not even one pothole, even this size of a pot. Not even once did I see a pothole. But the funny thing that happened in Rwanda is that you will see these guys, obviously, who work, I think, in maintenance, You will see them fixing things that I didn't even know what they were fixing. Maybe if there was a small crack, you'll find them fixing that. Guys, there was not even a single pothole in Kigali. Guys, I'm telling you, this is my experience. This is my perspective as well. I didn't see that. I need to use I, because it's singular form, because I'm not talking on behalf of the guys, but I didn't see potholes. Another thing that I saw in Rwanda, ukuthi nje, it's like every other 10 kilometers or 5 kilometers, ubona amaphoyisa, and they are fully armed, guys. You feel safe in the place because even traffic cops are going, they are not just carrying a pistol, they're carrying like serious guns, you know. So, it was just beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful gardens, beautiful everything. Oh, man, Rwanda. Guys, like I told you, I've been to Mauritius, I've been to different places. But for me, guys, Rwanda is just beautiful, guys. Guys, if ungakaze ufuna ukushaya holiday, please visit Rwanda, guys. These guys are not paying me. You see, I bought this thing I'm wearing. I bought it at the airport on my way back. I have not been paid to speak on Rwanda, but the order, guys, man, guys, these guys I'm talking about. Let me share on this now, guys, because I think this will be thought provoking. These guys that we're visiting, we started with this is like a UKZN in Pietermaritzburg. These guys besigqoke ophaqa nabo nama-shorts attend ama-class la enyuvesi. When we got Kigali, guys, it was just a different picture altogether. These guys in fact are running businesses. Like serious businesses. One of the guys, I don't know how to explain this, guys, without to sound funny. Labafethu were driving like normal cars, just normal cars, nothing fancy about their cars. Nice cars, don't get me wrong. Nice cars they were driving. But I think, for me personally, it hit hard on me, and I didn't talk to the guys about this again because this is my perspective. I'm just sharing from my personal perspective. These guys were owning major businesses, but they were not like focusing on fancy cars. I'm not saying when you're driving a fancy car, there's anything wrong, but I wanna show you something. One of the guys that we were with, a friend, we know him from PMP as well. He had a farm, he had a pusha, and outlets ahlukahlukene. When you drive around Kigali, kancane kancane you are told, look at that store, that is somebody's store. Look at that shop, he owns it. This guy, they are owning serious things, but they are driving like normal cars. In another country that I know, again, I'm not trying to speak bad about that country, but in that country, a lot of people, us, we tend to drive nice cars and we don't have anything tangible. Again, it's our choice. But I think the thing spoke volume. These guys, they own the land. I know the land issue is serious, but I just want to show these guys, they own the land. This guy who left PMP, like, I don't remember when he left, but within 4 years when he was there, he built a beautiful house that he's now renting. A big, beautiful house in a fancy suburb. This guy waka Leonto, and now is renting it, and now he's got other properties also. Man, I was just there thinking, hey, we really need to catch up. I felt we really needed to catch up. There's order, and this guy is strategic about things. When we're going out to eat, we were not eating Obama KFC, and believe it or not, Kigali no KFC or water. Kwayiwona lo KFC udla ngamapayipi mfethu, awenzi kahle ngendlela efanele. Enye into engizwile lapha ukuthi lo KFC lona wake waba nento yokuthi ungafuni ukusebenzisa amazambane aseRwanda, ubufuna ukusebenzisa amazambane angaphandle. So kwabonga ukuthi abantu baseRwanda ke bathi hayi manje ukuthi niza ngaleyo approach sonitshengisa. So uKFC wakhona woko busy, kuno KFC owodwa. It's not a joke. Why kuno KFC owodwa? It's because locals, they have different restaurants that the locals are using. Lana ke kwezinye indawo siyaxumela izinto zangaphandle ukuthi makukhona sisupport zona. Laphana ke basupport izinto zangaphakathi. Yabo lento leyo. So enye izinto engihlaba umxhwele lezo. People are involved. Another thing, because guys, like I said, you remember I told you guys that I've been around, So I'm gonna keep quoting and using references kwezinye indawo engake ngayivakashela. I felt that when I was in Kenya, Nairobi, ukuthi ama-locals abantu bethu ibala lethu they are involved kuma-business. You take like random companies, you look board of directors, uzobona ukuthi abantu abamnyama babambile, kodwa umuzwa ezweni lethu uzothola ukuthi kohleze kunodakho oyedwa nje abazulise ngayo kwi-board of directors. Uyazi ukuthi lo muntu akanayo i-decision making ethile, but uma ungachaka manje random company Rwanda, a random company Zimbabwe, a random company elento lena eKenya, ucheck nje ukuthi ama-board of directors obani, uzobona ukuthi abantu abamnyama ba-involved. So ama-different restaurants that we visited be-ownwa abantu abamnyama, and yonke into obuthi uyabuza abantu abamnyama bebebancane abelungu bobabona laphana. To be honest with you, mhlambe kumina obenganake, but angikhumbuli ngibona nje abelungu mhlambe bebe more than 10 phakathi ezweni. Angisho ukuthi excluding labade sibabona e-airport, labade besidlisa ngamapayipi bethola i-priority and what not, but ngaphakathi bebebancane kakhulu. So ilezo zinto-ke bafethu. Now another thing, and then-ke kwafika-ke isikhathi sokuthi-ke sivakashele imuseum yase-Rwanda yase-Kigali, sike siyobona nge-genocide. Abantu abaningi siyazi ukuthi ngo-94 khona into yake yenzeka lapha eRwanda la kwavukela nama-Hutus nama-Tutsis, kwaba nje into ebuhlungu kakhulu bafethu. I needed to go to that museum because I had obviously read a lot around it, and even on my book, Fathering in the Door, Fathering Shadows, yes, Fathering Shadows, the way I started that book was me highlighting the story of a genocide. But guys, it was different. We went to Kigali, a museum. Buffet, guys, please, let me say this again. I've been there, I've got the t-shirt, and nobody's paying me for this video, guys. But, guys, if you can, please visit Rwanda, Buffet, just for an experience. Just for an experience and the excellence, this thing of excellence, black excellence. I don't like mentioning black kakulu, because I just believe ukuthi, excellence has to be excellent. But guys, we need to go. Guys, we need to visit Rwanda. Just visit Rwanda and let's have a conversation once you're back. So I get there, and then our friend takes us there. Guys, kule museum down lapha ngaphansi kune mass grave of 250,000, 250,000 mass grave. NgesiZulu ngizama ukuthi kunomgodi laphana eKigali la besiye khona okwangcwatshwa khona abantu about 250,000 abashona ngenxa ye-genocide. So you get there, you sign up, and then they tell you about izinto zoyibona, and then I look around, I see a lady who just finished a tour, she's crying, she's like, weeping uncontrollably, I look at her, and then that sort of gave me a hint to brace yourself for what you for what you're about to see or hear, and then I was like, okay, I'm like, I'm good, I'm ready for this, When we get there, mfethu, sihlale sibuka ama-videos, and then we start we read around things on the walls, and then, you start to see things. Bono celemba, mfethu, bush, knives, mfethu, amageja, blouse, things that, whatever that was used to kill a human being was there at the museum, and you see all these things of it. And there are photos, and then there are writings around how the genocide started. All these things are there, and you're reading these things, and I'm like, wow, ubonigeja mfethu, something that was used to really kill somebody, and those things are like there. You see, obviously, you see them through the glass, and you're like, and then 200, we all know that with the genocide, close to 1 million, if not 1 million, but close to 1 million, I'm forgetting the number, but it's around 1 million of abantu abashon. And we're talking about Rwanda, but izwe elincane, izwe elicishe lilingane noSwaziland umulubuka mfethu yabo. And then mfethu, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, mfethu, you reach a point where you feel like, I cannot take this anymore. It's too much, And then the thing kicks in, ukuthi, I know you are a Zulu guy, you can handle this, being a Zulu guy. And then I take my time, but I read history, what happened, who was involved, and how this thing happened, where there were instruments that were measuring the length of your nose, to tell which tribe ubugiyona, and how the thing ended up to leading to these two tribes, to bejikelana ukuze babulalane, I'm going through that thing, and I'm realizing izinto ze-propaganda, how media was used, to turn these tribes against each other. It's quite a lot, that one was reading. And then, one of the guys I went with, let me mention his name, Umuzi. Umuzi, uzakumina Umuzi, Utei Pubesi, we call each other Pubesi because obviously we are lions, especially Menanaye, from PMP, we've been calling each other Mapubesi. So, yeah, ufika kumina uthi Pubesi. Khona izinto engiyibonile la ngaphambili la usaya khona. So, they are very sensitive, but yeah, you can go and check them out, uzobona amakhanda abantu lapha Pubesi. I'm like, amakhanda abantu, I'm like, hey, kube nayo ke lonto lo ezama ukungithusa manje ukuthi, do I really want to go see those skulls, like real skulls of people? And then I was thinking, no, I don't want to do that, And then again, that Zulu thing kicked in, Something in me was like, remember that you are a Zulu man, You can handle anything, Then I was like, damn, I remember that I'm a Zulu man, I can handle anything, Then I stopped, I then started reading fast, And then I got there. It was like at the center of the museum there, So I went there, I was alone, I need to stress this, I was alone, A Zulu man, alone in this room, surrounded by Amakanda abantu. This thing, guys, is sensitive. It's not a joke. I'm just trying to make light of the situation because I don't want my mind to really, really, be in that place. Guys. Remember I told you about Amageja, no Telemba, no Bush, and Yonka, the thing that was used to really kill people. Them, they were like things were laid orderly, There was one section of the wall where the makanda abantu atagiwe. You see them through the glass. Guys, I'm not talking about photos, I'm talking about the real thing. You see amakanda abantu, like skulls, When you see them, you can see, there's a crack and all the skulls are cracked skulls, What section is so no bush, man, you're like, what? Galana, you can tell it's these parts of the bodies and thighs and legs and whatnot. All the bones were like stacked, And I was there by myself. And then I don't know whether this thing was being done deliberately, but one thing that I noticed was that when I was there, the light started flickering when I was there. I don't know whether this was done deliberately or it just happened when I was there. And then the lights started to flicker when I was there. I was like, man, that was another experience, guys, And then after that, I left that place of the part of the museum. I went to the other rooms where they were taking you through history, And then I saw a lot, guys. But guess what? I think one of the parts that was the hardest for me, the hardest of them all, was going into a room. There were different rooms, but these rooms were and at first I saw different photos of toddlers and on the wall, because I didn't take time to read. I started seeing these kids on the walls, So I started walking around. There were messages next to their photos. I didn't read through up until it dawned on me. I started reading up until it dawned on me that obviously, because I'm here at the museum, these are the kids that died in the genocide, And then uma sengibheka mfethu kunama messages of how those children died. Yo, guys, most of those children were smashed against the wall. Some mfethu people had spears and knives. Bebagwaze emehlweni. Guys, I know this is sensitive. Maybe I should have warned you guys, but I was there, you know. You know, indlela lezo ingane zashona ngayo, you know. I think for a change, you know, I had to forget myself because of how, you know, experiences abanayo silahlekelwa umntwana. When I was there, I just realized, hey guys, let me park that aside. Let me just, you know, ezinye ingane mfethu zigwazwa zifela emhlana yoma baso. Ezinye ingane kunama-message of things that they were saying ezizishona, you know. Yo, guys, I was like, wow, man, wow. You know, guys, let me cut this thing as a genocide, as a museum, because it's really something else. But here's the thing, guys. After that experience, while I was at the museum, I think one thing that dawned on me, guys, was like, guys, I'm a guy, I can share my age with ease. Guys, I'm 38 years old, you know. I'm 38. For the first time ever, guys, I'm 38. For the first time ever, I was scared of myself. I was scared of myself. Why? Because the experience I got at the museum was not about those people and what they did. I was scared of myself because I realized something about the humanity. I realized something about humans. You may be here today feeling like everything is balanced, but I don't know what takes to move it to the other extreme, you know. I think on that day, I didn't share this with anyone. I'm just sharing it now. I was scared of myself. And I think even on that day, I started thinking, what if this thing were to start while I'm there? You know, guys, that's not a joke because I mean, it just, some people watch Hotel Rwanda. I don't remember. I've watched it, I've seen the movie many years back, but the experience, guys, I got there, the first time, the experience I got when I was there, I was like, man, I was scared of myself. I found myself praying, God, please, God, protect my heart. I'm not sure what I'm capable of. Just because I've never done that, I don't know what will take for me to do it. I was not judging anyone. I was just praying for myself. With God, please help me, help me. Even that evening, you know, I was just thinking about the museum. You know, I think that whole day for me, I just couldn't help but think about the things I saw and felt and experienced in that place. Guys, please visit that place. Sengvala, guys, Sengvala, I need to conclude on this. Again, I said we were on holiday. Okay, before I got there, another thing that happened, we visited the other side of Rwanda. The beautiful thing about visiting countries that are not big, you know, is that you can easily get to know different places of that area, of that country, you know. So as a result, we went to the other side of the lake, ilento lena, ilake yalaphana, the lake enkulu. Cabanga ukuthi Kivu, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we went there. We had a lovely time, guys. A lovely time. Ufishi was a Rwanda, guys. I don't know. It's everything in Rwanda is. It's yo. Milindi, bruh. Thank you so much once again. Milindi is our friend who was hosting us. You are the best host in Tanga. Thank you so much. There's quite a lot, obviously, that I won't be able to share in this video because it's gonna take hours. So there's quite a lot that I wish I could share, guys. I'm just gonna restrict myself and just share these things, you know. And then we went to Kigali. That's sort of the other part of Rwanda. It's a border, yes, between Rwanda and Congo. So that's how, guys, I ended up getting to the other side of the Congo. So that's why I can safely say I've been to Congo. In fact, when I came back, okay, let me not ramble. I'm gonna share this part as well, but I think it will flow well after I've shared this. Masifika lapha mfethu, it was the first time ever ntanga ngibona abantu abaningi angathi bakhubazekile mfethu. They had amakalishi, iy'nqola lezi ey'nkulu zishova izinto ongathi bamabhayisekile, inyawo zabo abantu abaningi ayisebenzi, so from here kuye ezansi mfethu balimele nje. I think i-region abahlala kuyo abantu abaningi bakhubazekile. So these people bafika bazothenga izinto eRwanda, they are buying cabbages, they are buying bananas, they are buying all these things, And bafethu, mangifika mfethu, we went to an area lapho kwi-border, ibizwa nge-no man's land, there's no fence there, but it separates Kigali, Congo ne-Rwanda. Mangibuka mfethu, the difference was so clear between the two countries. Ngala mfethu eRwanda kukhona i-order, ngala mfethu eCongo, ayi bafethu bekudabukisa izinto ebengiyibuka lapha. I don't want to share in details because versa it was not a plan to talk about Congo, but izinto engayibona lapha bafethu bekubhlungu. It was devastating. Bekubhlungu wangempela, guys. I don't want to share in details. And the most painful thing about it, we all know ukuthi Congo is one of the richest countries in Africa, if not the world. And bafethu, this thing is angifuni ukukhuluma ipolitiki bafethu, angifuni ukukhuluma ipolitiki. E-Europe mfethu, mu-analyze i-Europe njengamanje bafethu, angifuni ungena kwipolitiki ngoba lento lena izoba buhlungu. uPutin njengamanje uyabadlala laba bantu, uyabatshengisa ukuthi guys, nina kahle kahle aninalutho nina, yabo. Kumanje igas na yonke lento lena, uoil, zonke lezi zinto. Laba bafowethu base-Europe ngempela ngiba nokuyibuza ukuthi yini abanayo kanti bona, I didn't research on this, guys, so ngicela ningalunama ukuthi khona izinto engiyigejayo la. Africa, the day Africa is realize ukuthi inepower engakanani, the day Africa will get to use their mineral resources, the day our mineral resources in Africa will be used to benefit Africa, I think that will be the day abantu abaningi bezovuka. It's painful to see beautiful countries bafethu like Congo bakulesa state while whatever that they have is enriching ilento lena amazwe ngaphandle. Ngenza i-level of i-masters kufana ngiyiveze lento khona nababukayo nizobona ukuthi ngine-masters because uma ngingakushongo lokho nizokwazi nini. I remember senze masters bafethu e-UKZN, one of the projects we were doing yayikhuluma nge-Nigeria. One of the things yavela lapha ukuthi u-oil wase-Nigeria create more employment in Europe than in Nigeria, Da. Imapha ama-minerals esinawo la e-South Africa anga-create, e-Africa anga-create i-employment elsewhere more than enza la ekhaya. That's a given, So that's why when our countries are ruined, it's not by accident. There is a plan that is put in place ukuthi amazwe ethu ase-Africa angaphumeleli. I didn't want to speak politics, guys. That's all I just want to say ukuthi leadership. When I was there at the border, I think I saw leadership. I looked at Rwanda, I saw leadership. When leadership Iran ngendlela that fulfills that suits the needs of that country, you get that beautiful country. Ngala eCongo, I didn't read deeply on the Congo, guys. Apologies for this, but all I know ukuthi Congo is the best country in terms of farmer minerals and resources. Ukuthi once that country Iran ngendlela, that country will be everything. In fact, baze batha bange iCongo iyodwa ingawusupplya ugesi iAfrica yonke. But ama-rivers akhona, i-flow of i-river, they are fast to a point ukuthi izinto zaseCongo ingakwazi ukusupplya iAfrica yonke ngogesi, one country. I don't want to say much on that, guys, because I didn't research on it, but these are the things that I've been bumping into whenever ngenza ma-readings, So mase ngibuya ke South Africa, ngiyagunda la ePMB Pietermaritzburg. So khona abafethu engigunda kubo bakhona ngale Congo. Hayi bakhuluma iSwahili ke, ngiyabezwa lapha nalapha, ngiyacosha cause iSwahili, ngiyasazi. Napenda Mungu sana. What else? Yeah, something like that, Oh, khona iculo eliculwa uMiriam Makeba lethi Malaika nakupenda malaika. Umalaika ingelosi umethi nakupenda malaika ngiyakuthanda ngelosi, so iswahili leso, guys. Ngizolode ngimcoshisa lapha nalapha, Another thing that I need to mention, guys, I think I realized ukuthi our languages, it's easy to understand Swahili. Not that I understand the Swahili. I think I do understand like 10% of Swahili, as much as I cannot speak is in Dening. There's a lot of similarities, even when we're in Rwanda, because they're using their own language. The similarities, it's easy to connect the dots ukuthi bakhuluma ngani, khona lento esiyibiza ngani impambosi, khona impambosi yokwenza, impambosi yokwenziwa, impambosi yokwenzana. Zonke lezi zinto esizifunda esikoleni, they are there, so it's easy to understand, it's easy to understand. For an example, inkukhu, it's inkukhu, in Swahili inkukhu, in Sizulu inkukhu, inyama inyama, even Swahili inyama, isiZulu inyama, amathumbu amathumbu, izinto eziningi ziyafana, izinto eziningi ziyafana, guys. I don't know. Thina sithi ibhubesi bona bathi thina sithi ibhubesi bona bathi simba, in Shona now eZimbabwe sithi thina isiZulu sizobonana, bona bathi ntutawonana. So guys, impambosi sizobonana, tutawonana. So there's many similarities, so don't be threatened. When you get there, just immerse yourself and learn as much as you can. There's quite a lot that I've learned. So yeah, guys, sengoqa. Oh, when I come back and then I tell these guys abebengundu ukuthi bengise Congo. Ngithi, hey, I was in Rwanda, then I went to Goma. Yo, the guys lost themselves, and then he started to call his friends, guys, hey, come off, this guy was in Goma, Hey, guys were excited ukuthi I was there. It so happened that these guys are from Goma, and then this guy Mesengunda usethi kumina, and then he changed after I be excited, and then he said, my brother, do you realize then why we left our country? Yo, I think I was like, man, because what I saw in Goma, there was just the glimpses, because I was at the border, even though we went to the side of Congo just to experience the other side, but things I saw there. And then I remember one of the guys we were with there was Rwanda. Uti kumina tulane buka mfethi Rwanda is like Congo is like 80% size of Rwanda, but buka kwenzakalani baphuma eRwanda bazothenga ukudla kuthina, izwe elincane mfethu lisupporta abantu base Congo, izwe elikhulu kangaka bazothenga ukudla eRwanda. Guys, iyane mapini njengamanje we Google map ufike ubuke the size of Rwanda and how big Congo is, and then you have people mfethu base Congo abadiniwe. They are angry ukuthi bathi lelazwe lase Rwanda lilento eliyona because li-enrich itself from ilento. But the very same people, they are able to go to Europe and appreciate all the glitz and glamours there. They don't think ukuthi izinto ese-Europe ziphume e-Africa. Bonke lobucwa benibone e-Europe awuphume e-Africa. Singapolitika manje. Azibi buhlungu enhliziyo zenu bafethu. Ukuthi buka bafethu imigwaqo yalaphana mihla kanjani ngama-resources wethu lana eSouth Africa noma e-Africa. Niyajabula maniyale, nishuthi izithombe kodwa izwe lalana eRwanda kuba nepolitiki ukuthi lilapha likhona ngoba lilimaza amanye amazwe. Ngicela ukuyigcina-ke leyo. I just felt let me angisike elijikayo. This is my closing part. I think it's perfect for me to close on this one. Guys, because we were on holiday, we were just out there to have some fun. So we sambe endaweni zobumnandi zokuncebeleka, Firstly, here's another thing that I need to share in relation to the same thing I'm talking about. When I was in Kenya, when you've been around, you tend to have this thing of saying, when I was in Mauritius, when I was in Kenya. So guys, please bear with me. So when I was in Kenya, one thing I noticed ukuthi lifestyle it's a ukuhlukahluka because I'm from PMP and Durban, ngaqala ukuyinothisa lento ngiseKenya and nginotisile sengise Rwanda ukuthi, like for an example in PMP at 8, whether it's Friday or when, ngabo 8 izinto eziningi they die down, like it's clear now ukuthi okay, sekumele kuyolalwa, you know. Angifika ko-Kenya, Rwanda, kunalesi style lesi. Ngiyakhumbula ngise-Kenya, ngaqala ukuyibona eNairobi lento ukuthi ngabo 10 usutshena ukuthi wena mhlawumbe sekuyisikhathi sokuyolala ngabo 10 unokubona families walking into the restaurant, you know, to have their dinner. I mean, to have their supper, you know, bazodla, you know, ngabo 10, you know. So I'm sharing that just for you to have an experience ukuthi there, guys, people are like akulalwa, you know, makuthiwa akulalwa, it's happening there, it's forever happening. So guys, whoever is going to be visiting other African countries, especially after seeing this video, please, I beg you, if you're going to be out there to go and have some fun and dance, you know, out there, guys, make sure that you upgrade yourself when it comes to AmaPiano, guys. Yo, guys, I have to say this. AmaPiano is big. I'm a hip hop dude. I listen to all the genres. You know, obviously, I've embraced AmaPiano because they are our own thing. You know, but I grew up being that hip hop guy. I grew up on Nas. I grew up on WHP. I grew up on just hip hop. You know, even now, sana kuglaleli hip hop, but I am glad Uguti I didn't look down on AmaPiano, because when I got to Rwanda, guys, AmaPiano makhulu bafethu. Every place, I think we visited close to four or five places where we're going out every evening just to go have some good times, you know. I'm telling you guys, I'm not exaggerating this. Every other second song was AmaPiano, you know. Yo. And then when people realize, hey, these guys are from South Africa, you know, the expectation now, lem dance or le hlezi shawa kumapiano nalezi zinto zakhona ukuthi manje show us phela mfethu angithi uphume lento lena, you know. Nami ke phela I had to show them ukuthi no guys, you know, we're from South Africa, you know. This thing of us and dancing and stuff, you know. Yo, I'm glad, guys. My moves, I carry my moves wherever I go. So I did, you know, with dance floor, I was killing it, guys. I was killing it, guys. I'm not exaggerating. I was killing the dance floor like crazy, you know. You know, it was just amazing, guys. Yo, Kigali, Rwanda, we had a blast, guys. We had a blast. There's quite a lot that I can say. I thought I was gonna spend 20 minutes on this, guys. I see now I'm close to 50 minutes. I just need to end it here, guys. We really had a blast. Rwanda, AmaPiano, we were dancing. You know, it was quite amazing. Those people could sing along to our South African music. I don't know, guys. That was so amazing for me because when I went to Kenya, I went to Kenya like 3 times. It was like 4 years ago or so. And the last time I was there, I think 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, AmaPiano were not big around the time, you know. But what I saw in Kigali, and just not only Kigali, because we visited other parts of Rwanda, AmaPiano are big. But one thing I can stress, guys, I was killing the dance floor. I was killing it, you know. So, Bafetu, I think that's about it. I felt I needed to share this. Guys, we need to visit our African countries. There's so much you can learn. You know, when you visit other countries, you don't have to carry a notebook. Just by you observing, people are loving Vetu. It's just amazing. As much as I've said a lot about Landolena, Rwanda, I wanna say South Africa, in terms of infrastructure, I'm not now comparing it to Rwanda. I'm just comparing it to all these countries I've been mentioning: Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Congo, Rwanda, Kenya, Mauritius, especially Ilandolena, or Mauritius and Rodrigues. If there's one thing that always stands out for me, whenever I land a airport, drive around, one thing that stands out for me with the South African to definitely, in terms of infrastructure, roads and all that. I remember when we were in Mauritius, yabona indaba ama-cycles, ama-roundabout, angifuna ukubiza lo gama because ngizophetha, yabo. indaba ukuthi amazwe amaningi awanawo uthutha abanawo ama-robots amaningi, so kufanele nilode nilindane ukudrive khona kugcina sekuba ngathi le. The reason why I'm sharing this about South Africa ukuthi I'm not doing this for Rwanda just to ungazi ukuthi ngikhuluma kabi nge-South Africa. I just want it to be realized ukuthi guys, South Africa, beautiful country, don't get it wrong. The things esinenkinga nayo South Africa is this thing race. Race, there's a tension, First time again when I was out there, when you see in Nairobi, in fact, you see a black person with a white person, it's just smooth. In fact, there's calmness, even when you are driving, it's just smooth. But the minute you are here in South Africa, there's tension, there's just a tension, this thing race, was what the reason why kune-tension in South Africa ngoba alikaze lichitheke igazi kwaba nokuxolelana with ease. Angiyazi-ke ichaza ukuthini lonto, angifuni ukuyitolika ngoba kuzokuba ngathi ukuthi ngipromota something, but South Africa, we can improve South Africa. If there's one thing, if I was looking at Rwanda and looking at South Africa, if South Africa, we can improve in having black people owning things, black people involved in the economy, in the running of the economy. I think that's what I saw in Rwanda. I saw a little bit of it in Kenya. I'm not going to talk much about Mozambique because we were there just to experience. I was there with my wife and some of our friends. We're just on holiday. We spent most of our time in Porto, we were just there. We visited Maputo, but in terms of having Ibala Letu involved in the running of economy and decision making, I think I need to make another video on that. South Africa still has a long way to go. I'm not saying with the responsibility kabani to do that, but every restaurant that I enjoyed in Rwanda, it was owned by a black person. Every other thing, whether it's a logistic company, every other thing, I appreciate a black person was owning it, and begune excellence. Even though that's why even nase Banoyini we had AmaPiano out too, flying. Nice. The takeoff was, the landing was, we are not used to that. That's why we'll have to go to Rwanda to appreciate that. Go to Rwanda to realize ukuthi umuntu onjengawe mfethu can make it, can do it mfethu. Just go there and experience that mfethu, So that's me, guys. What else? Yeah, man. Yeah, there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot that I won't be able to share because what happens there stays there. So I just had to share this experience, but we had a lovely time. Thank you so much, Milindi, and you introduced us to your parents, man. It was just an encounter, man. Hugging your mom, spending time with your dad, man. It was just because we spent a lot of time with Milindi this side, and for us to go back and meet his parents, it was just. And his family, his sisters. It was just something else, man. We had a lovely time. That's all from me. Rwanda is the best place to visit, guys. Before you go to Europe, please visit Rwanda, visit Nairobi, visit Zanzibar. I've never been to Zanzibar. I got an invite to go there. But I think the next place I need to visit is Namibia, Botswana, and Zambia. I think if I can do those places in the next 2 years, that would be great for me. Before I do Europe, I want to do Europe, but before I go there, I need to do these places. So thank you so much for chilling with me. You know what I'm saying? Guys, please subscribe. We still have my subscribers, please subscribe, like, and share this thing. Let us grow, Africa. That's the way to go. Peace. God is love. God is love. That's what I saw in Rwanda. People are so loving. They are so loving. Guys, how did I miss this? I did 2 or 3 interviews. Yeah, I did radio interviews. In July, I was killing it on Ukozi FM. And then I get there, I do my interviews with Ilento Lena, Isteshi Sakoni Kigali, bafethu, the Kigali's heartbeat, mfethu. Royal FM, yes, Royal FM, Royal FM, Kigali's Heartbeats. Guys, I don't know what to say. I had a blast. I did 2 interviews there. The first one was on dealing with grief. The second one, we're doing the importance of fatherhood. To be able to travel 4 hours on a flight, on a plane to go and share your story, and then people embrace you. Guys, I don't know what to say. Let me end it here. You know what I'm saying? But there's so much I've shared here. I didn't expect this to be an hour, but God is love. Guys, thank you so much to the family with Royal FM. Thank you so much, guys, for hosting me. God is love. Guys, I'm an international guy now. I do interviews here in the country, and then I do them in another country, and I kill it. I think I need to do another review just on that experience of doing radio interviews in that station. It was something else. Coming back to sleep around 2 and wake up around 6 to prepare for the to prepare for the show. You just wake up and you go there. You trust Uti. You hope you will kill it, and then you go, you kill it. So let me end it there. God is love. Peace. Thank you.